안녕하세요. I'm Demarchlier.
I'm Arielle.
And we're So Due for Two. Okay, so the next review we're going to be doing is 1,000 Kisses. And this one just ended, and it was the first 50-episode drama that we've watched. So
the characters. So we have So Young-hee plays Woo Joo-young. Ji Hoon-woo plays Yang Woo-bin. Roo Jin plays Yang Woo-jin. Kim So-eun plays Woo Yoo-mi.
Okay, so with the characters in here, and we thought that the main ones were really excellent. And the four that she just mentioned. And yes. I think that we really came to this because I wanted to see Joo-mi, who is the character from this. She was also in Boys Over Flowers. And we really liked her, and I wanted to see more that she was in. And then we had seen Woo Jin's the character. We'd seen the actor for that in Babyface Beauty. Mm-hmm. And then we really liked the character of Woo Bin. So, I mean, there was a lot to really bring to it with the cast here. I thought there was a really good cast of characters.
Yeah. I'd say that, if anything, for us, the characters, the core characters, the romance characters were great. We say there's a lot of extraneous characters, and that had a lot to do with how many episodes the show was. So we'll get to that in a minute. But the chemistry, so again, I think that the love triangles, the sort of the relationships, had some really great chemistry going on.
But I think what we noticed with this is, like, it seems like in the beginning, I mean, especially with, like, Joo-mi and Woo Jin, they kind of get together really early, almost like it would be a 16-episode drama.
Sure, yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of tension, but then they get together, and you're like, oh, that's good, and then it just sort of fizzles.
Yeah.
And same thing with Woo Bin and Joo Young. I mean, they really kind of build in the beginning, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens, and then just sort of it's flatlined the rest of the drama. So I think there's chemistry, it just maybe didn't play out as well as we thought it would.
Yeah, there wasn't enough issues going on with the romance characters, and there's a lot going on with the
family,
the older generation. So I think that may be a problem for us. Love triangle. So it's definitely there. There's sort of the romance. Joo Young and Woo Bin have another woman who's also interested in Woo Bin's character. There's also
she adds a lot of complexity because she also happens to be the boss of of Joo Young.
Yeah. So she's it's a classic love triangle definitely going on there, and she's very persistent and very ambitious a lot of the time. And then also with Woo Jin and Joo-mi, there really isn't a love triangle, but it's just like an age and all that stuff they have to get over. And there's another relationship in here which we don't have, but it's the sister of Woo Bin's character and her husband at the end. It's adorable. We really loved that. Yeah, that was a really cute dynamic there.
And I think it's important to mention here. I mean, this was the description said it was like it was going to talk about love with age issues. And, like, I remember reading that, and then at the end of the drama, going back and being like, I don't think age really played. I mean, it played a little bit of an issue, and definitely in the beginning, it played a lot more of an issue. But I felt like that part of the drama really kind of got lost.
Yeah, really the only age issue was the Woo Jin and Joo-mi characters. And the other two, I mean, even though she was a couple years older than
it wasn't age that was the issue, it was more that she had been married. Yeah. That was more of, like, and had a child.
And then for the other relationship, with the sister and her future husband, it was height.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if because they kind of described it as an age-issue drama, and I don't really think it really played out that well. So
okay, so mistaken identity and misunderstanding. So definitely, this one was really strong on that. The identity of the sisters and the mother-in-law, that whole drama really played out. And this is probably a plot line that was fascinating for us, but it wasn't necessarily, I think, it sort of stopped the plot. Yeah. And it wasn't new enough to really keep it going. So that might have been a problem with why the plot sort of fell flat.
I think this one got kind of hard for us to keep watching because it was like, for so many episodes, I mean, probably like 20 episodes, it felt like nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And I think that the beginning was super good, we were really interested in it, and it just really slow, and then a little bit at the end, but I mean, really, I think for this drama, it just sort of loses something right in the middle.
Yeah, because the quality of the acting was definitely there, but we just really lost a lot of the plot. So bad guy, not so much. I mean, they all sort of like have issues, and they're all sort of like cold at some point or another, but not so much anyone who's clearly a bad guy. Piggyback ride, we definitely had piggyback ride very early on between Joo Young and Woo Bin.
And sweet things. And I think the beginning is where a lot of the action really is and stuff that's going on. So
definitely. And then kisses. So there's some great kisses in this one. It made our best kisses 2011 list, and even though it wasn't finished yet, because early on there were some really good kisses, and then it totally stagnates for like 15 episodes where we really have like no kisses going on.
And this one is more adult themed, so like there's like they're getting married, there's honeymoons and things like that, or like having these relationships outside of marriage. So I mean, it definitely is a little bit more complex, and the relationships in that aspect are a little more, you're seeing more.
Yeah, and then for fashion. So this one has some great fashion. I love about this show, she's a shoe designer, Young. So the great thing about she's a shoe designer who's very poor. Yet she has extremely wonderful shoes. And again, her sister is really poor, like growing up poor or whatever. And she has probably one of the best outfits.
Yeah, I mean, Jumi's character, she wears shorts that are unbelievable, like, and always shorts. I mean, I'm, like, on a short fetish now just because of her. I can't wait till summer. I'm wearing tons of creamsicle shorts and things like that.
So the fashion was definitely great here.
Yeah, the fashion was great.
So music, we don't really remember any music being memorable.
Really a big part of it.
He does play the guitar and he plays
a little bit.
And he's in Mr. Idol, so maybe he's in a band or something. We're not sure about that at all. But he does play the guitar a little bit, but that's really all the music we have in this one.
Okay, so rating.
So I would give this one, I think, a 6 to a 7. And this has a lot to do, I think the quality of acting was great, but because there's so many episodes that nothing was happening, I don't think it was my favorite show.
I completely agree with you. I give this a 6. I think that in the beginning, it was really off to a great start, and I probably would have rated it a lot higher. But it just sort of stagnates and didn't really, it didn't need 50 episodes, and I don't know who suggested that.
And if it had been a 24, I think we would have loved it. I think we would have gotten a 9. But because it's so many episodes we didn't like, what was going on, there was nothing really going on.
I felt like chore watching it at a certain point, because we were just like, when's stuff going to happen,
Yeah, so we definitely, it's not one of our favorite dramas just because of that, but I would definitely recommend watch up to like episode 20. I mean, those were some great episodes.
And then just figure out not much is going to happen till the end.
Exactly.
So watch the last episode.
Watch the last episode.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.